Genius Nation, what's going on? Welcome to a brand new day. This is the Daily Genius, and I am Dr. Will. As always, super excited that you are joining us, whether you are joining us live or whether you are watching this on the replay. Thank you for showing up. For those of you that are watching this outside of our private Facebook group, Genius Nation, that's who I'm referring to when I talk about the nation. Over 1,000 individuals committed to becoming the best versions of themselves and creating their best life. So if that sounds like you, there's a link in the description to join our private Facebook group where we provide you with tips, tools, and strategies to assist you in becoming the best version of yourself and creating a life that you love. This is episode number 110. We're on a journey of 365 videos. I'm showing up every single day inside the nation to provide you with these tips, tools, and strategies along your journey. So on Tuesdays, what we want to do is a segment that I call Connecting the Dots. And so on Tuesday, what I'm going to be sharing with you is a strategy that I use in my business and in what I do. And I'll be identifying some things that I believe that will be advantageous for you. So today in Connecting the Dots, I want to talk to you about your brand slogan. Your brand slogan. And if you are an entrepreneur, a business owner, or even a career professional, I want you to know that you need a brand slogan. You need something that connects you to your ideal audience. You need something that's going to resonate with your ideal audience. Even if you're a career professional, you are a brand. You are a brand. You need to understand that you are a brand. And I want you to think about this. I want you to think about around your office. Everybody has a brand, whether they're intentional about it or not. Everybody has a brand. I want you to get intentional. So whether you know what your brand is or not, I need you to understand that you have a brand. Think about this. In your office, there's somebody that's known as the late person. That's their brand. There's somebody that's known in the office that he's always going to ask a question. That's their brand. There's somebody in the office that's always gossiping. That's their brand. Whether they realize it or not, that's their brand. And so I want you to be specifically intentional about your brand slogan. All right. So I was looking up this morning some of the most famous brand slogans, and these will resonate with you, right? So let's do this. For those of you that are live with me right now, I'm going to say a brand slogan, and I want you to type in the chat here who it belongs to. Just do it. Who does Just Do It belong to? Somebody typing it. Yep, I see it already in the chat. Just Do It. That's Nike. Let's do another one. I'm Loving It. Who does I'm Loving It belong to? Who does I'm Loving It belong to? Type it in the chat. I'm loving it. Yep. McDonald's. I see it in the chat. McDonald's, right? So you can see here, they have identified themselves. They don't have to say their name. You can just hear the slogan. And whenever you hear it, just do it. You've taken those three words and you've associated it with Nike. And so I want you to start thinking about, as a business owner, as a entrepreneur, as an individual, what's your slogan? What are people going to know you for? Yeah, I see. Dr. China's putting in here, Caden. We came up with Caden's slogan. If Caden can, you can too. And he's been able to take that slogan all literally nationally on Good Morning America. If Caden can, you can too. And so these are just things that connect and help your ideal client connect with you. Even if you're in corporate, you want your managers, you want your supervisors, you want the CEO. when your name is coming up, in the meetings, oh, she's the one that's always, oh, he's the one that's always. You want your name to be connected to an identity. And that's what slogans help us do, to identify with that, right? Let's look at some other ones. It's finger licking good. Do you guys know who that is? It's finger licking good. Whose tagline is that? It's finger licking good. Man, you guys are on it. You guys know your slogans, right? That's KFC, right? That's KFC, finger licking good. Who is this? Have it your way. Have it your way. And so I just want you to see the same way we remember these brands by their slogans. That's how people can remember your brand as well. And so we like to borrow. I like to always borrow from what the best of the best are doing. If the best of the best are using slogans, then you want to emulate that in your own business. That's one of the game changers, right? That's one of the strategies that you can look at and you can model. Just look at what Burger King, McDonald's, and Nike's are doing. If they've already invested millions and sometimes billions of dollars in a concept, on an idea, the reason why they continue to do it is because it works. If slogans didn't work, then brands wouldn't use it. So I want you, when you see things like that in the marketplace, when you see a trend that's sticking, I want you to see, how can I model this in my small business? How can I model this as an entrepreneur? How can I model this as a career professional? And so I always like to look at the brands. You're absolutely right. It's Burger King, have it your way. So I always like to look at these big companies. Like, I'm classified, if you earn $40 million or less, you're classified as a small business. So as a small business owner, I don't have the millions and millions. I mean, I was reading yesterday just on advertising, like Subway. I think they invest something like $500 million on advertising. McDonald's does 500 million on advertising. So for small businesses like ours, we don't have that type of money. What we do have is time to research. So one of the strategies here is to research what the big brands are doing. And then what you want to do is say, okay, how can I model that at my level? How can I model that at my level? If Nike and McDonald's and Burger King and Subway and Pizza Hut and Domino's and KFC, if they're doing commercials, it means commercials work. It means commercials work, right? So how can you incorporate that into your business? How can you incorporate, maybe you cannot go pay $7 million for a 30-minute slot, but guess what you can do? You can take your phone and you can do your own commercial and post it on your own platforms, right? There's nobody saying that you got to go pay an ad agency millions of dollars to create your own commercial. What you do have at your disposal is creativity. What you do have at your disposal is imagination, right? Imagination. You have flexibility, where these other companies, they have to go through a lot of red tape before, a commercial can get greenlit. You right now can just take your phone and say, hey, grab one of your teenagers, your nieces, your nephews, your cousins, a spouse, and say, man, we're about to go film this commercial. Right? You have that ability to go do that. So I want you to start thinking about today, man, what's my brand? What's my brand slogan? Where when people hear that, they can identify. And so I'll leave you with this. You want to think about, it could be a word, it could be a phrase, right? It could be a word. You can take a word and say, you know what, this is going to be my word, and I'm going to be known for this word. Or you can take a phrase and say, I want to be identified by this phrase, right? I want to be identified by this phrase. and then you just start using it and incorporating it in your branding. So today's Connecting the Dots is all about slogans and how they can help you build your brand visibility. All right, guys, that's what I have for you today. Go out there and be your brilliant, amazing, genius self, and go out there and dominate. And I'll see you right back here tomorrow for the Daily Genius.